This is what most people are getting wrong about dopamine, and this is why people in the music industry need to understand it for the sake of their survival and health and wellness. Hello, my name is Lauren. I go by the DJ name Loracle. I'm a Denver-based house and techno producer and sound healer, and I'm also a health and wellness advocate for DJs and people who work in the music industry. When I started pursuing this career, I realized how much I needed to get my health and wellness in check, and I've always been a pretty healthy person. I'm a certified health coach, but when I started pursuing DJing, I didn't realize how much being in this scene was going to have an impact over my emotional regulation and ability to actually achieve my goals. Why this is because being a performer is highly demanding and taxing on our body and our neurotransmitters, and it causes major highs and lows in our emotional state. That is a result of dopamine dysregulation. Dopamine is actually not a pleasure chemical. It is a neurotransmitter that we release in order to motivate ourselves and seek reward. It is our drive. Think of dopamine as the pilot driving the plane, and then serotonin is the passenger in the window seat with the really nice view, enjoying their view. So this is why you have to understand it. When your body is not generating enough natural dopamine, you are actually limited on the capacity for you to be able to release energy to pursue your reward, to achieve your goals, and feel fulfilled and accomplished. Dopamine is for the purpose of our nervous system to seek out reward. We actually release more dopamine when we are chasing something versus when we actually accomplish it. Our modern world has actually been expertly designed to mess with this system. Think of every time you get a phone notification, you want to check your Instagram, or you want to hit your vape, hit the bar, have a cocktail. This is all going to initiate a peak or a spike in our dopamine. Now, if we already don't have healthy levels, then the lower level of our baseline dopamine, the more that these peaks will exhaust our supply if we are not properly regulating our nervous system. This then creates a trough or a dip in our baseline dopamine that we need to actually function in our day-to-day structure and routine. The higher the peak that we actually have results in a lower baseline, which then causes lower troughs. So this is actually what then creates what we call the highs and lows. As we confuse those reward pathways, this is how we often start to chase those peak experiences. So that's why we start to reach for our phone a lot, become really addicted to that. This is what creates legitimate addiction. So why don't we just increase our dopamine, right? Our baseline. We mainly do this through our food. So eating foods that are high in L-tyrosine, which then gets converted to L-dopa, which then gets converted to dopamine. The best way to do this is our legitimate day-to-day nutrition. Super important to eat a healthy whole food diet and take care of yourself in order to make sure you are consistently replenishing your levels of dopamine. And I know that can be really hard when you're working in nightlife and as a DJ because you're typically only surrounded by crappy food. Poor nutrition genuinely just leads to more intense highs and lows, depression, anxiety, lack of motivation, etc. You name it, you got it. Some things that help me the most: 1, circadian rhythm resets, getting outside, sunlight in my eyes before 10 a.m., healthy diet, nutrition, exercise, and psilocybin. Amazing for helping mood regulation. Incredible. It's completely, legitimately changed my life. Those of you in the music industry, do not fall for this being on a bender BS. Take care of yourselves if you genuinely want to have a lasting career. Okay? Love you.